I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Qapla. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. You here to make war? We surrender. Important things are needed new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before, or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Birdo Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Birdo Prey 5, Qapla, and welcome to Bed Life for Friday, June 3rd, 2022. 2022. Those first 2,000 years, they were slow. But those last 22 years, man, they were quick, weren't they? Weren't they? You all know it. You all know it. Anyway, 47 Yorktown was first in the chat and says, Bird's going to lose his voice ranting at all these shows because today is the STREAMARAMA is upon us. We've got new Trek, new Wars, new Orville, new The Boys, new Stranger Things, lots and lots of new shows coming. Next week, a new season of For All Mankind. There's probably even other shows I'm forgetting right now. But this is, what a time to be alive and be a sci-fi fan. If you are a sci-fi fan, there is some sci-fi out there that you probably like. Maybe not a lot of it, but at least something. At least something, which I gotta say, if you can't find something you like between Strange New Worlds and Prodigy and Orville and Kenobi, right. Kenobi, help me, Obi-Wan. Yes, Kenobi. If you can't find something between all of those things, then there's probably you're probably just not a sci-fi fan. However, I'm not gatekeeping. Richie Poole says Tuvok because he was second in the chat. Yes, Richie, you were second. Not Ryan Johnson says, hello in Qapla. Hail Karoga. Hail Karoga. John Aragi says, Forville. Hashtag Steelbirds garbage. And put in $1 super chat. Thank you, John Araki. LDG says, good evening, Bird. Good evening, LDG. Richie Poole says, early pray because I actually went live on time. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. Hello, 47 Yorktown. The Random Menace says, it's official. Based on the scores given, Bird likes Discovery more than Strange New Worlds. Well, I've changed the way I vote because Discovery proved to be so bad. I had to change the way I vote. It's not, you're not checking dollars to dollars and cents to cents. That's all I have to say. The terrible, awful hysteria that is Star Trek Discovery and then later Star Trek Picard changed the way I vote, and the numbers, it's just different now. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. Hello again. I just read that. Substance D says Qapla, Substance D. Mr. Londell says Qapla, Mr. Londell, who was on Orville Nation's stream last night. The Orville finally coming out after its cancellation and subsequent pickup by Hulu, which I told you the truth about first. And one day, Seth MacFarlane will have to come up and answer for the fact that I was correct. But until then, I will say, Seth, although I miss the Orville more than any of the other shows, you guys, even though we don't agree on our politics, you got a pretty well-written show over there, and I did miss it. So I'm happy you are back, even if a certain salty Trekker thought it was out of place. I understood the fact that the 3-year break was not intended to be a 3-year break, and the fact that little kids happen to grow up during that time does not necessarily mean that you intended for 3 years to pass between the second season and this new season. That's also inexplicably called New Horizons. It's a little thing called acting. I get it. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Birdo Pray 5 in the chat. And greetings, Mike Richards. And remember, yesterday, Mike Richards was his 65th birthday. Happy birthday again, from Mike Richards and from Mamo Pray. And because I didn't have a stream yesterday, Mike Richards, I will sing you happy birthday right now, as will Mamo Pray silently sing along. If she wants. She'll conduct. Mamo Pray is conducting. No earplugs. They have to listen. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mike Richards. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Mamo Pray. She's going to cause me to cough. Thank you, Mamo Pray.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike Richards. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
I'm glad hope you had a decent. Gorilla's Random Thought says, hey to everyone. Words and Pictures says, Qapla, Bird of Prey. Good to hear you. Good to be here. Glad you are here indeed. LDG is loving the boys. Yeah, LDG, that's what I hear. I'm a little disturbed that you wrote that out. You're loving the boys. But, to all their own, to each their own. Captain Fandom Nerd says, greetings. And he asked, does Yvette know? LDG, does Yvette know? LDG says, no what? Yeah, Yvette says, good evening, Bird and everyone. And she's loving the boys too. And LDG says, oh, well. Thomas says, it was not canceled. It was canceled, Thomas. It was canceled. Yvette says, the creator of the boys, Eric Kirkpatrick, is the creator of Supernatural. That's supposed to mean something to me. Thomas Potts says, Bird of Prey, you are turning into Salty, flat out ignoring what the producers said. Okay, there's no reason to get personal there, Thomas. I'm not turning into Salty. I just happen to be technically correct. Gorilla's Random Thought says there was something very off about that blonde chick. You mean Stormfront? Or are we talking, I don't know. I don't even know. Are we talking Orville? Are we talking Charlie? Or are we talking Strange New Worlds? Are we talking Nurse Chapel? Who? Oh, the trial, Amber Heard. That ended. That at least that was able to end before all these streaming shows started. Thomas Potts says Gorilla thought she was cloned from Bird. Wow. Dan Ben says, I'm in UK, confused with Star Trek. Strange New Worlds will be Paramount Plus this June, but upcoming Lower Decks will still be on Amazon. I'm sorry to hear that, Dan Ben. You'd think they'd get that sorted out. Not Ryan Johnson says, Bird of Prey, damn, I was too slow to pay you to not saying my ears, blood everywhere. Yeah, well, a little too late. A little too late. You can still stop me from singing something else. Mike Richards is Bird of Prey. Thank you all. I ran 2 errands today, walked 12 or 15 blocks, and now feeling every year. I understand. Damn it, Thomas! Stop calling me Salty. You too, Pickles. Dan Ben, I don't understand Stranger Things. I used to. I used to understand Stranger Things. Now I don't understand how these things follow them all around the world. I don't get it. Also, I feel like these kids should have been allowed to grow up. Like these last 3 years. I mean, obviously 3 more years hasn't passed in the Stranger Things universe. Yet these kids still look like they did, I don't know, 5, 8 years ago, 7 years ago. Yeah, you think, but I don't know. I think they need to just let these people go and move on. Get a new cast. LDG is calling me Salty, oh pray. Dan Ben doesn't understand. Gorilla's Random Thoughts was talking about the Orville blonde chick. Yeah, Charlie. Dan Ben says, to watch the Orville New Horizons in the UK, you need Disney Plus. Well, go get Disney Plus, Dan Ben. Because having the Orville is more important than not having Disney. I was surprised that, what's-his-face, Gordon wasn't going after her romantically, but I guess even Gordon, well, I wasn't surprised. Okay, so we're doing just the most minor of spoilers. Okay, I don't want to go spoiling everything because I know we've got people here from outside the country or even inside the country who don't want to have 5 different streaming services to watch 5 different sci-fi things all at once. So I'm not going to go, a massive deep dive into the Orville right now. But I will say, with a minor spoiler, that if you've heard anything about the Orville, then you know the basic, the biggest thing that happens this episode. And if you don't want to hear even that, then I would ask you turn off for a bit. But I'm just going to say it once now, and if it comes up again, I'm sorry. But the biggest thing that happens in this episode of the Orville is, of course, Isaac kills himself. But by the end of the show, they've, of course, figured out how to bring him back, because he is indeed just a computer. And John finds a back door. That's not how back doors would work, but he found a back door. I thought it would have made more sense if he found a backup copy in the ship's computer from the time Isaac moved himself into the ship's computer. That would have made a hell of a lot more sense to me, but fine, whatever. They bring him back by the end of the episode, and it becomes a suicide, very much a suicide prevention episode. So I was not surprised that Gordon came over to Charlie and said, I'm on your side on this. I don't like Isaac being around either, because Gordon and his friend, right after, if you remember the episode where Gordon's friend, who went to a prison, not a Kalon prison, the other bad guys, a Krill prison for 20 plus years or something. And he was trying to escape, and Gordon's like, you're not really going to hand him over, Ed. And Ed did. And he was ready to. It turned out, for everybody involved, that the Gordon's friend turned out to have been lying to everybody, and that his daughter actually died, and he was running around with a fake girl. Not a fake, she was a real woman, but it wasn't his daughter. It was an alien species that their blood could become a bomb. And so he was going to kill himself and Gordon, and just to take out some more Kalon. And well, I guess I spoiled a different episode. But this episode was 2 years old, so if you didn't see this episode, that's on you. Anyway, so that guy, Gordon, says, yeah, he didn't. He wasn't a fan of Isaac. Isn't that what he said? No shit, that was the Kalon. Never mind. It doesn't matter. The point is, I don't care. It was still a good episode. The writing was far and beyond anything I've seen in Strange New Worlds, anything I've seen in Picard or Discovery. It's far and beyond anything I've seen from Star Trek, actual Star Trek brand writing. It doesn't exist. It did not exist. And the Orville gets it right. The Orville tells us multiple sides to the same story, right? I mean, we had John speaking with that alien who, even though it was right after sex, she was just talking about what life is, what her culture is all about. And her culture is all for assisted suicide or whatever. And he's like, no, for him, it's terrible. It's the worst thing you can imagine. And it's true. It's not, in Western world, it is considered a taboo subject. You're not supposed to kill yourself. And if God forbid you do, it's awful. I'll be honest. The saddest funeral I have ever been to was a friend whose sibling ended up, doing that. And like even now, we can't talk about it freely on YouTube because YouTube doesn't like you saying the words. Even though it is by far and above the biggest killer we have out there. I mean, no, even more than COVID, even more than AIDS or heart disease or cancer, our biggest killer is ourselves. And we don't want to talk about it. We don't like talking about it. We're like, we have an 800 number, just to tell everybody, if you got that, just call that 800 number. And because nobody wants to deal with it. Nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to really take it on head on. And I get it. It's scary as F. It's scary. You don't want the responsibility. What if I tell somebody, what if I say something or I not say something and somebody, does that? Now what? It's awful. So I get it, but I think we need to talk about it more, to be honest. I think we need to bring it out. We need to not hide it. We need to say this is something we need to speak about. I mean, we don't know exactly. It's even more so than it gets reported to us, because a lot of people, when it happens, they don't even want to report that it happened. They'll just make up some other reason, like they'll just say that so and so died in their sleep, or so and so died without, and then they don't say why. Like, why aren't they saying why? And if you follow the smoke or the I don't know, I'm gonna say the money. If you follow it, usually you find out it's suicide, and it sucks. Hopefully not from my singing. Dan Ben, you're right about needing multiple streaming platforms. I don't want to be right. I really don't want to be right about that, but it's ridiculous. The streaming platforms have made themselves as ridiculous as cable. I mean, we've got the only plus side is that for the time being, they're not really chopping down as to who's paying for them and who's what. But between me and Sisto Prey, we're paying for Netflix, Hulu, Paramount Plus, what's that? The NBC one, Peacock. We're paying for Showtime for some reason, although I think I successfully canceled Showtime. HBO Plus or Max, whatever it is. Disney Plus. And then I'm not yet paying for Apple TV, but I tell you, in a week I'm going to be getting Apple TV because For All Mankind Season 3 starts on the 10th, June 10th, a week from today. So I'm going to have to watch that. It's crazy. It's crazy. And they're all $5, $10, $15, $20. Netflix is, I think, like $20 now, or close to it. Hulu Hulu I have live television on and DVR. So that's basically a cable bill a month. And the fuck thing about Hulu is the interface sucks. The Hulu interface sucks ass. For the amount I'm paying, for what I'm getting, it's terrible. I can't imagine that I'm even doing it. The YouTube interface is better, but the YouTube interface YouTube for some reason doesn't have the History Channel. The only reason I have Hulu for live packages, live TV, is because they have the History Channel. That's a real. I want my History Channel. I realize I don't need the Smithsonian Channel, because the only thing I used to watch on the Smithsonian Channel, I'm sorry, not Smithsonian, BBC America. I don't need BBC America, because the only thing I used to watch on BBC America was TNG and their occasional Star Trek, other series. But I can just watch that now on anything. Well, on Paramount Plus, because they lost it from the only track that's still on Netflix is DS9. And I love the fact that it's on, because you can play it for 2 or 3 episodes and then tell it to just keep playing forever, and it doesn't stop. And then you can go from season 1 all the way through the end of season 7 before you have to press a button again on the remote. And the unfortunate thing is that that's not an option when you have Paramount Plus. At least on my Roku device, after 2 or 3, maybe 4 episodes tops, it always times out. And like, that really sucks, because I want to go to sleep listening to Deep Space Nine. I want to wake up watching Deep Space Nine. And if it would, I want it to just keep playing all day. And I don't want to ever have to hit stop. But for some reason, only Netflix can do that. If I'm out of Netflix, if I'm in Disney Plus, if I'm in Paramount Plus, if I'm in HBO Max, if I'm in any other service, if I'm in Amazon Prime Video, they all pause out and cause me to have to reopen the software or hit play again. And that's bloody murder. Now, granted, I'm using a Roku device. Now, a Roku device on a Roku TV. So you would think it would just stay. It's a television. But no, it's a pain in the ass. It's annoying, and I hate it. Now, my only other option possibly is to get a Fire TV, but I suspect it'll be just like a Roku device, and it'll still shut itself off. So that annoys me. What do we got here? Star Trek Nitpickers is in the house. Qapla, Star Trek Nitpickers. Mike Richards is kind of young, kind of now. Charlie, kind of hip, kind of wow. Charlie. It's a 70s perfume commercial. I am not aware. Mama probably knows it. Captain Fandom Nerd says, Bird of Prey, I skipped the funeral of a friend who self-deleted. That's the word. Self-deleted. I don't blame you, Captain. I don't blame you. I wasn't prepared. I was there for my friend, who actually wasn't my friend sibling. It was my friend's spouse's sibling. I was there for my friend. Their wife's brother had issues and quote unquote self-deleted. And this was a ways back when, I was still just out of college, and this sibling was not quite out of high school. And man, did it hit me. I honestly didn't expect to have any real emotional impact, because I didn't know the person. I wouldn't have recognized them. I didn't know they existed. until I heard, and the funeral and all that stuff. I went there for my friend, and then to hear all these stories from all these people who knew this kid, and like, holy shit, there was soot in the air that night, and I don't know. We have an Orville episode on this topic, and you guys know I have a web forum that I run for more than a decade, coming up on 2. We're still a ways. We're a decade and a half. Since 2008, I've been running it. And I've been with these people another decade before. So we're 2 decades together, more or less, the majority of the people who are there. We've known each other for 20 years. And people have grown up, people have gotten married, people have had kids. And last night I found out one of their kids, their oldest kid, 14 years old, died. There was no info given as to how, but everybody pretty much understands it was self-deletion. And I can't imagine. Of course, I didn't bring up, we were just talking about, no, I would never say that, because the Orville already had me in the mood about thinking about it. But last night, after watching the Orville and thinking about the saddest funeral I'd ever been to, it was already fresh in my mind. And then last night, as I go to check on the forum, just to make sure it's still up, right before I go to sleep, I see this news, and I'm like, oh my God. And I didn't even write anything, because I feel like I'm not, I have no right to even talk about it, because I've never had kids. I've never been in a long enough relationship, let alone married, let alone have kids, that I could speak on what it must feel like to lose a child. That I didn't even want to say I'm sorry or my condolences, because I felt like I have no business. I have no business even bringing it up to them. Hillary Clinton donated $1.49 and said, "Unfortunately, I know many people who self-deleted themselves. Hail Karoga." Yes, Miss Clinton, it's not self-deletion when it's several shots to the back of the head. That is not self-deletion. Some people. Gorilla's Random Thoughts. I just have cinema. Kitty Bear says, been there myself several times. I have no problems talking about it. Well, that's good. And Kitty Bear has Netflix and the high seas. Kitty Bear, I used to sail the high seas. Yar. I used to have no conniption about sailing the high seas. But in my later years, I have a harder time justifying it than I used to. 20 years ago, fine. It was like they owed it to me. But these days, unless I honestly feel like I already paid for it, if I already paid you for the movie, then yeah, then I don't care. But these days, I just don't do it. I feel like if I watch it for free, then I have nobody to complain to when they stop making what I want to watch. Because, well, when was the last time I paid for a Star Trek movie? Well, I'll tell you. Every fucking month. Thank you. Thank you, CBS, HBO, Paramount Plus. Every month I pay you guys. And HBO also has some movies and yeah. So it doesn't matter. I'm paying constantly for new Trek. Okay, but other than Trek, what else? Well, Hulu now. I'm paying Hulu for Orville. Okay. And okay, I was paying Disney for The Mandalorian. Okay, so maybe that's a bad example. But movies. I can't get mad if nobody's making movies I want to watch if I'm not paying for any movies I want to watch. I just couldn't do it. So I actually went back and started buying movies that I've had, from the high seas. But I either just deleted the movie if I really thought I was never going to watch it. And if I thought I was going to watch it, or indeed did end up watching it, then I would go and I bought it. I'd buy a copy. A Vudu copy or Amazon Prime Video copy. It's weird. It's weird. It's a pendulum. It's going to get to the point where I'm going to get so fed up from the $5 here, $10 there, and $20 here that I'm going to say F it all and go back again one day. But for now, I'm on the side of I don't do that anymore. I'm not judging anybody who does. I totally get it. But that's just where I am. Thomas Potts is Bird of Prey. I have to go to dinner. See you, Salty Bird, tonight with Matthew. Thank you, Thomas. I know Salty has some incredibly ridiculous movie set up for 10 o'clock tonight, p.m. Eastern. I don't know if I'll be there. I'll have to see. I'll probably be asleep. But if there's any way I'm awake, I will try to be there for the movie. Oh, that's why I told you to give me a sleeping pill?
At 9:30?
Yes, that must be almost right. Miss Lundell decided to drop Netflix. Miss Lundell, I would drop Netflix too, being it's the most expensive, except that's one Sissopray actually pays for. And we can't because Charlie likes his Netflix. Ms. Lundell says you can get history on Roku and it's free. Really? That's interesting. Well, the problem is it's probably free, but it doesn't have a DVR. The reason why I have it on Hulu is because I want the DVR. Because I never watch the shows when they come on. I want to have all the shows DVR'd and ready to go. Dan Ben says, my TV with some streaming platforms to search for a program and you have to type the letters on the keypad. It's annoying. Yeah, it's annoying. It is, but you make do. Mike Richards says, I watch Bird of Prey 5 for all my streaming needs. That's the ticket, Mike Richards. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says you can watch the History Channel on YouTube. I know I see YouTube videos of History Channel episodes, but I don't know I can watch it like live. Or what I prefer is really I prefer it on a 60-minute whatever that's called, so I can fast forward. I can fast forward through commercials. A 60-minute delay. Kitty Bear says, what sucks is that my internet provider forces me to pay for having TV channels I don't want but need to have to access the fastest internet connection they offer. That is bullshit. That's some bullshit there, Kitty Bear. Dan Van says, on my Sky satellite TV, remote has a voice search button, but it doesn't work when you switch to a streaming platform. Ah, yes. Dan Van says, can you get those TV channels which play Friends all day? Friends? Friend. Let me tell you, Dan Van, I hated Friends. The NBC show Friends was not my cup of tea. I much preferred The Office. Much preferred The Office to Friends. I can't see how people liked Friends. Nitpicker says, I need to start using my Roku. I for the longest time, I was a Amazon Fire TV fanboy. Not to toot my own horn. I was an Amazon Fire TV fanboy. Then I got a Roku television with Roku built in. And man, the speed at which the Roku plays or moves, I know the Roku is not nearly as powerful as an Amazon Fire TV, but they code their stuff. Since it's a lot less stuff it can do, they code it so much better that it seems faster. So I have an Amazon Fire TV hooked up to the Roku there's only one software that I can run on the Amazon Fire TV, and that's my cameras around the house. I can watch them on Amazon Fire TV, but not through Roku. So that's all I have my Amazon Fire TV for now. Everything else I do through the Roku TV, and it's pretty good. Kitty Bear says, as a personal opinion, I think most people who have depression are trying too hard to fit in, and they try too hard being what they aren't, listening too much to what others tell them and how they should be. Well, I mean, that's a fair assessment. And hell, I mean, if you want to say, what we saw on Orville, Isaac, was he depressed? I don't think a machine can get depressed. I don't think Isaac was depressed, but I think Isaac was told, I wish you were self-deleted, and he saw who it was coming from, and he just wanted to help them, and he thought he was doing something helpful. But as I know, engineers say this a lot. I'm sure it's come up, other people have said it besides engineers, but self-deletion is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. And that's the real issue. The issue is for most people in most circumstances, things will get better. And even if they're not getting better immediately, or you can't fathom how long it will take for things to get better, it doesn't mean that they won't. It doesn't mean that things will never be better, even if things might not be better for a long time, right? It doesn't mean never. It doesn't mean never. There's a big difference between not often and never, okay? I tell you, when I was, well, I don't want to go into too many details, but there were things in my life that didn't happen often or as often as I wanted, but they happened. And there's a big difference between never and just not often enough to be happy. Because one way is never happy, and the other way is, a little happy. And a little happy is enough. A little happy is enough. Star Trek nitpickers, my hearts go out to you and the family, Bert. Oh, thank you, Star Trek nitpickers. But yeah, in that case, it was my heart went out to them. Richie Poole says, have we done Dear Bop yet? No, we have not yet, Richie Poole. We'll get to Dear Bops shortly. Kitty Bear, PCI. I was depressed a long time till I realized I will never fit in and that I shouldn't care what others think of me and just be myself and not force myself to be around other people. Ever since I've been alone, I haven't been depressed. I am actually happy now. Kitty Bear, I mean, if that works for you, that works for you, and I'm happy to hear it. I would be happier if you were happy with other people on occasion. I don't expect you to become an extrovert. I'm not going to run out and become an extrovert. I don't want to be an extrovert. But neither does Mama Pray. But every once in a while, yeah, I like having a poker game with friends. Every once in a while, I don't mind if people come over for a birthday or a party or a holiday. I don't want this to happen every holiday of the year. I don't even necessarily want it to happen every birthday. But 1 in 5, 1 in 10, yeah, gives you something to go on, to remember, some pictures to put in a book, or these days to save in an album. It doesn't have to be a lot. Once in a while, it makes a difference. Richie Poole says, Bird of Prey, new track isn't worth paying for. Absolutely, Richie, it is not. However, old track is worth paying for, and it's the only way to get it. Rock Solid Productions with a 21-month Karogan Orphan Super Chat says 16K. Thank yous for all you've done for me and mine. Congratulations, Rock Solid, on 16,000 members to his channel. Congrats again, Rock Solid, the big blue 5.
That's nice.
What'd you say?
I said that's nice to hear.
Mom O'Bray says that's nice to hear.
Yes.
Kitty Bear says the only thing, I only sail the high seas to get Netflix because in my country they drop weekly. where else they drop whole season, where they drop whole seasons. That sucks. M. Brando liked Stranger Things this year a lot. Thank you, Mr. Brando, or Ms. Brando, or Miss Brando, whatever. M. Brando. I appreciate it. I'm only one episode into Stranger Things, one episode into The Boys, obviously one episode into the Orville, and 5 episodes into Strange New Worlds. Kitty Bear only been able to watch 2 episodes of Stranger Things on Netflix and had to sail for the rest. Miss Londell says, depending on your entertainment taste, Roku has so many free streaming platforms that you can only get by with 1 or 2 paid sites. You know, I've seen the Roku channels, but I haven't gone into detail. Dan Ben says DVR. Yeah, well, digital video recorder, and it just basically lets you save where you save, save a video and watch it later. The Random Menace is, how much do you charge for your CCTV? I don't release my CCTV. And a $16 donation from Rock Solid. A happy baby. Dear Bop. He says, Dear Bop. Yes, dear Bop. Thank you, Rock Solid. We'll get there very shortly. Random Menace, how much do you charge for CCTV? I don't charge for it, Random Menace, but if you would like a feed to my outdoor video cameras, we can talk about it. Okay, you know what? Let me use the Loja machine, and then we will get to Dear Bob. And Captain Fandom Nerd says we need to talk later. We will talk later, Captain. Okay, we'll talk later. That's good. John Araki says Bird's voice is failing. I need to take some liquid out, put some liquid in, and then we'll come and do Dear Bob. I'll be right back. Now we got the big red 5 from Captain Fandom Nerd. Thank you, Captain. Okay, some commercials for you and your house.
Break free and feel how splendid you are with the fragrance created by Gloria Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, a rich, expressive fragrance that reveals to the world just how splendid you are. Vanderbilt, let it release the splendor of you, Vanderbilt.
We know you. Let it rain, you say to her. We'll have a wonderful day. And you pour the Almaden. Almaden Chenin Blanc. Fragrant, fresh, delicate. It's one of your favorites. We know the wine you like because we've been making wine longer than any other California winery. We know you. We make your wine.
Wow, scrambled egg muffin, hash potato, hot cake. Wow. あれ大変だここかなこっちかよしここだあれもうおいしい笑顔マクドナルドみんなもおいでよ
One of the nice things about McDonald's Chicken McNuggets, those hot, tasty pieces of boneless chicken, is that they're packaged in sizes for every appetite. Let me illustrate. Enter the six-pack. A logical lunch. McNuggets 9, a delight for dinner. And a pack of 20? Hey, perfect for picnics and parties. Of course, these are mere suggestions. Your appetite will be the true guide.
It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's.
Read about tennis tots, political posters, and the miniseries Shogun, all in the new issue of TV Guide magazine.
Okay, we're back. And John Araki with a $1 super chat. Thank you, John Araki.
Scanning.
What did we
Indications
got?
negative.
Eyebrow Dax. Eyebrow Dax. Thank you, John Araki. Okay. So we're going to go to Dear Bots. 25. Jesus Christ. 25 Dear Bots at the moment. Bird needs to change his trans fluids, says John Araki. No, that wasn't what I was doing. And Knitfigures wants nuggets. It was the McDonald's there. Dear Bob, what do you think people's opinion should be to a Nickelodeon kids cartoon that has gay, lesbian, bi characters? Should it just be accepted and watched, or should it be turned off and not watched? Well, I guess the question is, does the mere existence of a gay, lesbian, and or bi character preclude a show from being a children's show? And I would have to say no. Just because you have a gay character or a bi character or a lesbian character, does that mean this show is not appropriate for children? No, I honestly, deep down in my heart, I do not believe that. However, the problem is, for a kid's show, there really shouldn't be anything that sexual involved. If you have a straight couple for a kid's show, you just have a mother and a father, or a man and a wife, or whatever. Okay? And you never know that they're not straight except for the fact that it's a man and a woman. If you have neighbors and their neighbors happen to be two women with a little girl or a little boy, and they don't actually talk about how they have intercourse, then sure, that's a gay couple, but they're not talking about being gay. So is that okay? Yeah, obviously. I would say, that's some kids' parents are both women or both dudes. That's fine. Okay. But if the purpose of them being in there is, they have the apartment down the hall and they invite the kids to come play in their apartment and give out candy and show them videos about, stuff they do, then that's a big, no, obviously that's not allowed. But I wouldn't want a kid show to do that with a heterosexual couple either. Okay? It's not allowed. I don't want them seeing that, whether it's gay or straight. So that's it. That's the thing. And the problem is, these days, when people make shows that have LGBT characters, they generally want to pump the LGBT up to 11 so that everybody understands what's happening. And that's the problem. If it's just having a gay character in a children's show, there's nothing inherently wrong with it. It's the problem when it's a gay character and they tune it up to 11. It's because they don't want anybody to even remotely be unsuspecting of what those people do behind closed doors. And that's just beyond too much for a children's show. Richie Pools is Bird of Prey. To Pring may be evil, but she's hot and sexy evil, so that makes it okay. No, she's hot and sexy, so that makes it okay for me to watch, but it doesn't make it okay for me to not feel bad for her, or it doesn't make it okay that I need to feel bad for her and her choices. Dan Ben says, is Modern Family appropriate for kids? You know what, Dan Ben? I never watched Modern Family because I didn't think it was appropriate for me. And it was not about the gay. It wasn't about the gay. I didn't care. Okay? You know what it was about? I don't fucking speak Spanish. No hablo español, por favor. No, Mom, that was me knocking. Mama Frey, I'm sorry. Were you asleep?
No.
Oh. Oh, Mama Frey was reading. Sassy, it's me. It was me saying, no hablo español, por favor. Estudio está. What the fuck does that even mean? John Aragi says, Bird practices affirmative consent. I do not. I do not. Richie Pools says, is Married with Children appropriate for children? Not as a children's show, no. No. Kitty Bear, is Family Guy okay for kids? Or American? No, Family Guy is not okay for... Just because it's a cartoon doesn't make it a kid's show. It goes on prime time. These are shows for adults. They're not for kids. Mike Richards says, how about Debbie Does Bayside? Dan Van says, whilst I don't really watch Modern Family, wish I didn't really watch Modern Family. Kitty Bear says, okay, Bird resist. He hates Spanish. John Aragi says, WAP was the song of the year and is rated E for everyone. WAP? W-A-P? I have no idea, John Aragi. I've never heard of the name of a song called W-A-P. And I don't know what, is that a joke? Will Smith's violence was appropriate for all audiences. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air I watched. Not all the time, but I watched it. Now that is a kid's show. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is a kid's show. There is no hanky-panky going on in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Dear Bob, Samuel L. Jackson says his character did not die in Star Wars and he would like to return. What is your opinion on this? Sure, I'll return him. If Palpatine can return, everybody can return. Nobody's dead. Nobody's dead. Richie Pools is Bird of Prey, doesn't speak Spanish, but his Australian is perfection. Oh yeah. Google WAP Bird. It's the Ben Shapiro remixes are gold. I don't really want to. I'm not into remixes. I've hated remixes. Since remix has been a thing, there's never been a remix I liked better than the original. Dan Ben says the new version of Bel-Air is not appropriate for kids. Well, that's why it's not called The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Kitty Bear thinks he meant Will Smith slapping Chris. Oh, yeah. Well, WAP? WAP doesn't, I don't know. Dear Bob, why does new track prequels make the show more advanced than shows that were supposed to be set in the future, like TNG, DS9, and Voyager? Because it's just, if you're working on Star Trek, you want to write about the future. Okay. And these writers, they don't get the choice to choose what period of Trek they write about. They were just hired to write about Trek. So that's all they need to know is they're in the future. They don't need to worry about how far in the future because they don't care. So there's nobody who's going to grade them or not pay them if they come up with stories that don't make any sense. They were paid to write stories, not to maintain canon. So they're going to just write whatever they want to write. And to be honest, I guess I don't even blame them if if they're going to get paid regardless, then why the hell would they invest in canon? You might as well just write about what you want to write about and take your money and leave. John Aragi says, Miss Lindell, please educate Bird on this WAP subject. WAP? Bird's going to be like, how did I miss this? Okay. I will look up WAP. What is WAP? What does WAP mean? What is WAP? What does WAP stand for? What does WAP mean? You goddamn right I'm using an ad blocker. I'm not going to not use an ad blocker. Wireless access protocol. Give me everything you got for this. Here it's being used as an insult. Okay. It was denounced by conservatives for its sexually explicit lyrics. Yeah, you see, I just don't care. That's the thing. Maybe that's why I'm just not that conservative as I might seem. I really don't care what people have in song lyrics, especially song lyrics I'm never, ever going to watch or listen to unless somebody physically pulls me to it and says, watch this. Star Trek Nitpickers is putting out his Orville review. Very cool, Star Trek Nitpickers. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says, one day, Bird, you will learn not to Google in real time. I don't care. I don't care. Richie Pools says, Bird of Prey, I think you should go with wireless access protocol. Yes, that's like Tuvok on the Orville. WTF, the wireless telecommunications, whatever. John Araki with a $2 super chat saying, don't look it up on the stream. It's okay, John Araki. It's okay. Star Trek Nitpicker says, instead of asking where the nearest wireless telecommunications facility was, she just wrote WTF, Tuvok in Orville, lasting impressions. Exactly. Wireless telecommunications facility. See, this is the great writing. This is the great writing of Orville. Dear Bob, you actually eat home-cooked meals, or is it all delivered? It's actually a mixture. of some home cooked meals and some delivered meals from a place called Silver Cuisine. Silver Cuisine. Bristow, MD. They have they have quite a few low salt foods, plates that Mama Pray can heat up, and that's a meal. And everything I get it's a low salt meal, low sodium meal. Sometimes we add a little to it, like a little bread or a little pasta or something. And on rare occasions, I'll order food from a restaurant or something. But most of the time, it's either home cooked or a meal we heat up that's been delivered ahead of time. For those who have that actual question, I'm surprised, but yeah. Dear Bob, joke. Where do the Borg go to eat fast food? Burger Queen. Burger King, Burger Queen, Burger Queen. I get it. Could go for some Burger Queen right about now. Mr. Lundell says, always hug Mama Pray after every home-cooked meal. Absolutely. John Araki says, pepper, greater than salt. Certainly from my heart. Richie Poole says, oh, I remember now, Tim Russ. Yes, it was the Tim Russ episode. And John Araki says, liquor, greater than beer. I would agree. Dear Bob, joke. Commander Riker is always sewing because Captain Picard is always saying, make it so. Yep. Yeah. He's also always on the lookout because Captain Picard is always yelling, fire at will. Yeah. Joke. Same. Got that. Dear Bob, mayonnaise on a hot dog. Is it wrong? Is it just wrong, right? Yeah, mayonnaise on a hot dog, that is wrong. However, ketchup or mustard or both on a hot dog or a burger is all good. And mayonnaise can go on a burger too. Actually, what I really like is mayonnaise on French fries. When I would go to a hotel, which I used to do all the time when I was working, and I'd order room service or be room service, I love the little Heinz ketchup, mustard, and mayo bottles, and I would just make like a line, like a conveyor line, and I would stick a French fry in each. Usually I'd start with the mayo, then the ketchup. I didn't use the mustard. Yeah, mayo would be ketchup, mayo and ketchup for fries, and yeah, mustard for burgers. That's what I would do. John Aragi says Wendy's greater than Burger King. You know, John, it's actually, it's so hard to tell. They all have their better, their different products are better on different menus. I would probably, yeah, it's hard. Certainly breakfast, Burger King beats Wendy's breakfast. Although Wendy's at least has breakfast these days. No tartar sauce on a hot dog. The only thing on a hot dog is mustard or sauerkraut and mustard. Kitty Bear says, Bird of Prey, what do trolls in D&D call adventures in wheelchairs? Meals on wheels. Hot dogs in a tortilla. I don't think I've ever had that. Ms. Lundell says, mayo on French fries is a European thing. Well, then maybe I got it from Yosef. Nitpicker says, mayo on French fries is European. College roomie's girlfriend was Turkish. She got me into it. And John Araki says, what is the one dish Mamo Prey makes you can't live without? Breakfast. Any type of breakfast. Mamo Prey does great breakfast. Eggs, scrambled eggs, sunny side eggs, French toast, waffles, anything. Cereal. Dan Ben, fast food breakfast would be like Egg McMuffin. I tell ya, I love me an Egg McMuffin, Dan Ben. I love an Egg McMuffin. The day that fucking McDonald's said they were going to all day breakfast was like the day I cried, and I am certain that the all day breakfast McDonald's was not good for my health. It was not a good day for my health. Unfortunately, now they've kind of erased it because they realize too much of a good thing just is too much. Dear Bob, do you like to eat chili? If so, what chili dinner idea would you recommend for a first-time chili eater? Actually, I am not a chili eater. However, there's somebody here who does like chili. And it's, well, Sassy probably likes it also. But Mamo Prey is a chili eater. Do you have any advice for a chili eater, Mamo Prey? Mamo Prey eats Wendy's chilies.
Yeah. Because I'm not making chili.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mama Prey wouldn't make it for herself, so she'll order it from Wendy's.
It's not bad chili.
Never had a bad chili.
No.
Okay.
And since I haven't been out of the house
Right.
in years,
So
right
she
now,
would
the only thing I can
just order Wendy's chili. You'll love it. Says Mama Prey. If you don't like it, go back up to the Wendy's and ask for twice the chili back. Robert Rose Jr. says, hello today, Birdo Prey, Mamo Prey, and the Sassy. Dan Ben says he's had French fries with mayonnaise, ketchup, and salad cream. Kitty Bear, why do I always feel like English people want to eat me when they talk about fries? I am a fries. What does that mean, you're a fries? Yitza Lemon says it's Belgian fries. Yes. The Belgians invented the French fry. So I'm told. John Aragi says egg McMuffins better than a croissant sandwich. Ooh, I don't know, John Araki. The croissant sandwich is the pinnacle of breakfast sandwich is. Also, the croissant sandwich has a fraction of the sodium. A fraction of the sodium of an egg McMuffin. I gotta say, I really prefer the croissant sandwich to the egg McMuffin, not only on taste, but on sodium. That said, I still didn't mean, 99% of my life, I would have taken an egg McMuffin over a croissant sandwich. But reality being what it is, it's not enough. I would take the croissant sandwich over the McMuffin now. Jedi Bill says, hello, Bird of Prey, Qapla, Brother Warrior, hail. Karoga, hail Jedi Bill, Qapla to you. Qapla to you. Dan Ben doesn't want to eat a croissant with sandwich filling. You should. It's actually delicious. You should try it sometime. Egg, cheese, and sausage patty. Egg, cheese, and bacon. Oh! I'm watering in my mouth. Oh, bacon, egg. Now I don't want too much meat, like sausage and bacon, and that's too much. But if we had double egg, a sausage, and some bacon, maybe. Richie Poole says Jack in the Box still does all day breakfast, but there are Jack in the Boxes, just not here, Mama Frey. They're all over California. Now Mama Frey is starving. Now I'm starving. Just because we're talking about food, yeah. This was not a good day to get me hungry. Yeah, why are we talking about the food? Chili finger is what? 5-alarm chili. No, not for me. Not for me. Mike Richards says, every time I'm hospitalized, they give me the cardiac diet. Scrambled eggs with no salt are terrible. I can live with it. I put ketchup, which I guess I'm not supposed to have. I don't. Although, to be honest, I haven't been in the hospital on a cardiac diet. Kitty Bear says fires is the Dutch word for Frisian. I'm a Frisian. Gotcha, Kitty Bear. John Araki says, how would Bird's death row meal be? What would Bird's death row meal be? You know, the problem is, John Araki, is that where I want from already closed down. But if there was like, they'd have to by law remake the food how I remembered it. It would be from this restaurant called, what was it, Canarsie Grill. It would be a cheeseburger, a bacon cheeseburger, a order of chicken fingers with honey mustard, an order of mozzarella sticks, also with honey mustard, and I feel like there was a fourth thing. I used to eat. And let me tell you, these weren't small meals. These things were huge. These were all entrees in and of themselves. I guess it was probably fries that came with the burger. It was a burger deluxe. So it was fries and an onion ring. And okay, so it was four things. One tray had just a giant burger, bacon cheeseburger. Another tray had the French fries, one onion ring or two onion rings, and some lettuce and tomato. Another tray was just chicken fingers with honey mustard, and another tray was just, oh my God, these delicious mozzarella sticks with honey mustard. And I would eat all four, and I would still be hungry.
You don't eat that much food in a week.
I could die now. I would die now trying to eat one of those trays. I couldn't do it. But in those days, I would eat all four, and I would still be hungry for dessert. God, man, the amount of money we wasted. I ate, and that was that was an average dinner. And we might have that dinner 3, 4, 5 times in a week. Holy shit. No wonder I was such a overweight kid. But you know what? Didn't get any girls pregnant. Now I wish I had, but it's the plus side. The plus side of being plus size. Yeah. No accidental babies. Richie Poole also likes Windows Chili. It's good. You and Mamo Pray have something to talk about. Jedi Bill, not Jedi Bill, Yitza Lemons. My name is Fries, but I'm not Fries. Dr. Scotty says hi to Jedi Bill. Words and pictures. They call it a Royale with cheese, Vincent. What do they call it? They call it a Royale with cheese. Yeah, I could go for a Royale with cheese. Richie Fool Bird is having a breakfast orgasm. That's the best type. Gorillas says, so Bird, you don't like meat in your mouth. You know what I mean. Yitza Lemon says, Break maar, bija kakma, familie, brija eat, Nederlanda, 1580. Smiley face. Jedi Bill says, hello, words and pictures. Moxley fan 21 says, Qapla Bird, hope you and the family are doing well today. Thank you, Moxley. I'm just so fucking hungry now. I missed the intro. We, the people. You see these letters standing taller than the rest. We, the people. You, the people. Dan Ben says, I never heard mozzarella sticks before. Add mozzarella on a pizza. No. Oh, no, Dan. No. It's a stick of mozzarella. Think of it like a Polly-O string cheese, and it's covered in breadcrumbs and then fried in a deep fryer. And then it comes out, and the mozzarella is melted behind the breadcrumbs, which are hard-coated now. So, they were so delicious. Occasionally, you would get an empty one because the cheese would have melted out of a small hole. And so you bite into it, and it was just a breadcrumb and a tiniest bit of cheese left behind. And that was somehow even better. But you got mad because it's like, I just wasted all my money on cheese and on a fucking empty breadcrumbs. But anyway. Oh, man. I think if somebody just sold the breadcrumbs. No apologies needed for the Dutch chat. Robert Rose Jr. says, let's get vertebrae some Galuk. That wonder gok. Oh, no, that's not how you spell gok. No thanks. Now I'm getting less hungry. Okay, wow, there's still a lot of Dear Bops. Dear Bop, bought it, bang, bang, boom, boom, shake, shake, the room. Dear Bop, bang, bang, boom, boom, shake, shake, the room. Okay. Dear Bop, toilet. Is that where you hid the gun? Dan Ben once at a Kit Kat bar that was just chocolate and no wafer. That is fancy. I would have kept that. Dear Bob, oh yeah. Is that the High C man? Is that High C? Oh yeah. Dear Bob, Star Trek joke. When do little shards of ice begin hitting starships? Every time someone says we are being hailed. Dear Bob, 2 Star Trek jokes. 1. What is Riker's approach to dating? If at first you don't succeed, try Troy again. If at first you don't succeed, try Troy again. That's hilarious. I didn't think it was even going to rhyme that much, but I said one until I said it. It works so much better. It works so much better spoken aloud than it does on the screen. If at first you don't succeed, try Troy again. Okay, number 2. I hope this one doesn't disappoint now. What is Cisco's favorite breakfast cereal? Quaker Oats. No. You need to change up the order of these because 2 is a giant disappointment. After seeing how well 1 goes, 2 just falls apart. So start with 2, make 2 1, and then you really got something here. John Araki has also had the solid chocolate Kit Kat before and says it was delicious. That's interesting. Well, seeming like a lot of people have had solid chocolate Kit Kats. Kitty Bear says, I thought it was, I want to go boom boom in your room. That is not funny. Nitpicker says, I'm kidding. Nitpicker says, these dear bops make me want to say, dear God. And Dan Vance says, I think the boom boom in your room is another song. Yeah, it's a little different. 2 more Star Trek jokes. Number 1, how many Enterprise crew does it take to change a light bulb? I'm not sure, but I know they'll blow up at least 1 shuttle while they're doing it. Okay. Number 2, how many Ferengi does it take to change a light bulb? 2, 1 to change it and 1 to sell the broken bulb. Okay, I think 2 is better than 1 again, but they're not nearly as different as the first 2. Maybe put all 4 together. Or here's the 5th. Dear Bop, Star Trek joke. Why did the Romulan cross the road? To conquer the other side. Yeah, maybe you should have given up after that first joke. And here are more Star Trek jokes, apparently. Oh, no, it's just the captain's log. I want to be the next Star Trek to be called Infinity, so I can watch to infinity and beyond. Yeah, that's no good. That's no good. Another joke. Oh, yes, okay. Been to the captain's log before. Here is a photo of you. Dear Bob, here is a photo of you. And this is the wrong here. No, God damn it. I'm not, okay. Just to be clear, I'm down to 220 something pounds. Okay. I am now Thin Man, or whatever the other bomb was. Kitty Bears is Bird of Prey. Do you know the name of the book Monica Lewinsky wrote? How to Succeed in the White House. You know what? I'm going to give you that better than most of the Star Trek jokes. Star Wars joke. Yoda. Why did episodes 4 and 5 and 6 come out before 1, 2, and 3? Because in charge of directing Yoda was. That's that. You see, there. Okay. There's a good one. There's a good one. There's a good one. Dear Bop, Star Wars joke. What's the internal temperature of a Toraton, that animal that they cut open to live in? It's lukewarm. Because Luke is living in the animal. Lukewarm. You know what? The Star Wars jokes surprisingly better than the Star Trek jokes. Kitty Bear says, Bird is the Bop. I'll thank you. Dear Bob, Star Wars joke. See through PO. See through PO. See through PO. Okay, I know it's C3PO. See through PO. See through PO? Okay. This one I don't get. Dear Bob, Star Wars joke. What was it like to eat Chewbacca? He was chewy. I don't think that counts. Dear Bob, technology joke. Why do computer keyboards get angry? Because people kept pressing its buttons. I see. And Gary Katzer, who gave us $16 to jump to Dear Bob all those minutes ago, and congratulating us on him reaching 16,000 subscribers. He says, Bob, I just wanted to take a second to say thank you to you, your followers, and all those who have come from here to support me and my channel. Tomorrow marks the 5th anniversary of when I decided to focus on my channel and make a serious effort on it. Since then, I've come into contact with some amazing people, including yourself, Mama Pray, Deej, Thomas Potts, Matthew, and countless others. I can truly say, without you, I would not have the success and enjoyment to the levels I have achieved, and I hope in some ways I've helped return the favor as well. Oh, absolutely you have. Absolutely. All the best, Gary Katzer, youtube.com/rocksolidproductions. Thank you, Gary, and congratulations. Congratulations. And let's just give a reminder to everybody out there, the Rock Solid Productions website is there. You can purchase things that Rock Solid 3D prints, and I'll put the link out there. Things straight from the 3D printing of Gary. Not that he's paying me to do this, but I just feel like it's the best thing I can do for him. Dear Bob, hello. I am new to your channel and I'm a little confused. Are you the same guy as Salty Trekker, or are you his son, brother, or father? A Herd. Okay. Listen, A Herd. I don't know what you heard, but I am in no way related to Salty Trekker. Okay. You should speak to him for anything related to him or Minecraft. Anything else, I'm your guy. Dear Bob, was Tim Russ actually in Orville? He was actually in one episode of the Orville, yes. Also, Mama Pray noticed yesterday or the day before that the woman who plays Laris in Picard was the mother of Alara in the episode Home, where the doctor from Voyager is her father and Phlox from Enterprise is the bad guy. Alara's mother is Laris. And I never noticed they were, I had known her. If I ever realized why she looked familiar, it was because of that episode from the Orville. Dear Bob, do you prefer chili dogs? I'm not going to answer that. The only thing there that's a food is chili dog. So I'm going to go chili. Dear Bob, Ely Font from Canarsie Grill just wanted you to know that we are reopening in your neighborhood. In Bayside, we are opening a restaurant where the Arby's used to be. We are now selling table licenses that will allow you to have a dedicated table here, wherever you want to come and eat at our restaurant. Just so you know, we are bringing back the trays that you love so much, and you will get a 50% discount on food with your table license. The license will be available at first come, first served customer at the very reasonable cost of $10,000 for a 1-year license. Can we count you in? See you soon, Ellie. Yes, you can count me in. I can't wait to go to the Ellie Font Canarsie Grill opening up in Bayside where the Arby's used to be. And $10,000, that's cheap. Although, hello world, I'm opening a GoFundMe for $10,000. I really need this $10,000 so that I can eat anything I want to eat at any time I want to eat it. And Mama Pray doesn't have to doesn't have to cook. Also, I will probably eat myself into a food coma. And I will miss you all, but know that I'm in a better place. A better place stuffed with the deliciousness of Canarsie Grill. Dan Ben says Marina Sirtis was also, yes, Marina Sirtis was also in an episode of the Orville. Only one so far. We'll see if she ever comes back. Dear Bob, cheese curds greater than mozzarella sticks. I am sorry. Thank you for playing, but no. There is no way in this world, on this reality, on this quantum plane of existence, that cheese curds could ever be as good as, let alone better than, the most delicious mozzarella sticks you can imagine. Oh, God. It's not even close. Yeah. Sisso Prey knows what cheese curds from Wisconsin. She knows the truth. Mozzarella sticks, 1,000,000 times better. Dear Bob, 60 may be the new 40, but the $50 bill is the new 20. Oh, yeah. Yeah, hell, the 100's the new 20, from what I can see. I mean, the 50's been the 20 for a long time. Now it's the 100. You go to an ATM to take out $20. Like, well, that's the fee to use the ATM. Now what do you want to do? I want my $20. No, you already checked. You already checked on your balance. Oh, can I get my $20 back? No, it's gone. What do you mean it's gone? It's like, well, you checked if it was in there, and now it's not. But I want my $20. Well, you need more money. That's not the way it's supposed to work. Oh, for $100, you can complain to somebody. Fuck, $100? Yeah. Now, that sucks. And thank you. What do you mean, thank you? I was like, well, you complained to me, so I'm taking your 100. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. That's how they're going to get us. They're going to get us all. They're coming for us. Dear Bob, what's the difference between New Trek and a rock? At least the rock still boldly goes. True enough. Gary Katzer says jokes. For the record, none of those jokes were from me. Not a single one. FYI, Fat Man was the big nuke. Little Boy was the smaller one. Captain Fandom Nerd says hi to Kitty Bear. Yeah. So that is actually, we went through all the Dear Bops. Let's head back over to the web browser. And I have Wordle to do. And I have a strong guess at what today's Wordle is. I can feel it's a Star Trek word. I can see it's being set to kill. It's a phaser. Phase. R. Oh, there's no R. There's no R. I'll have to hit enter. We got it. Wordle in one. Wordle in one. Mr. Lindell says they weren't nukes. They were atomic bombs. It's not atomic bomb and nuclear weapon. I mean, they don't have to be exactly the same, but I believe they're close enough. Nukes could include hydrogen bombs, I suppose, but there's something wrong in saying nukes. At least as far as I know. I'd be happy to hear if that's not true. Let's see what we got going here in the news. We are now on day 100 of the Russian invasion of the Ukraine. Let's see. Here are the biggest shifts in the official account. Grand jury indicts former Trump advisor for contempt of Congress, blah, blah, blah. President Biden claimed more kids are dying of guns than cars. That's not the whole story. Scientists announced a breakthrough in determining life's origin on Earth, and it may be Mars. Really? Scientists announced a breakthrough in determining life's origin on Earth. Scientists at the Foundation of Applied Molecular Evolution announced today that a ribonucleic acid, RNA, an analog of DNA that was likely the first genetic material for life, spontaneously forms on basalt lava glass. Such glass was abundant on Earth 4.35 billion years ago. Similar basalts of this antiquity survive on Mars today. Communities studying the origins of life have diverged in recent years. Blah, 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 co-author of the study appearing in the online journal Astrobiology. One community revisits classic questions with complex chemical schemes. Blah, blah, blah. The beautiful craft work appears in brand name journals such as Nature and Science. However, precisely because of the complexity of this chemistry, it cannot possibly account for how life actually originated on Earth. In contrast, Foundation study takes a simpler approach. Blah, blah, blah. Says that RNA molecules 100 to 200 nucleotides in length, where nucleotrophosphates do nothing more than perchlorate through basaltic glass. whatever. It was everywhere on Earth at the time. Okay, this is boring. So basically, we don't know. We don't know if it's coming from Mars or not. Yellowstone, the 4 sixes. And when it premieres. Now that I'm curious. YouTube and uploaded. Oh, that's interesting. Let's see that. Okay, why didn't this open? Oh, it did. Okay, where is this? You know what? I just realized. Half the time I read this, it says it doesn't know when it's going to come back. So fuck them. I got an email today saying that my DNA results, saying that I'm in the part, I'm less likely to remember my dreams. And it says you are less likely than 60% of people to remember your dreams. Definitely the below average. I found that shocking since I remember a ton of dreams compared to some other people who don't even know if they dreamed. I remember a lot of dreams. I thought I did. Now I'm worried about all the dreams I'm not remembering. What affects your memory? Genetics. And a few dreamy ancestry scientists found a lot of DNA markers, over 7,200, connecting to remembering dreams. Some other markers may play a role too. Your trail results based on your DNA, but your DNA isn't the only thing that affects whether you remember dreams. Alcohol consumption, certain medications, how frequently you wake up can all play a part. Is the neighbor's dog barking again? Does your partner have the kicks? Got a kid screaming in your ear? Environmental factors influence your dream memory about as much as your dreams do. You know, I haven't had a dream in a while, I don't think. Dan Ben says, oh, the game craze. I didn't like what was Sudoku. Yeah, well, I like Wordle better than Sudoku. Kitty Bear says, whenever you have a bad day, remember the Japanese guy who got nuked twice. I forget his name. Yeah, Jesus Christ, that poor guy. Dan Ben, I want Google News to give sensible news on my phone. I don't need to know what celebrity changed their hair color. Richie Pools is Bird of Prey. Why do we call it the Ukraine? I mean, we don't call it Mexico or the Mexico. We do call it Mexico. We don't call Mexico the Mexico or Canada the Canada. Well, we do call the Bronx, Richie. At least those of us in New York do. So I don't know. I just know if somebody calls it the something, you probably just want to keep calling it the something. Rock solid. I did the Dear Bops. You know I did the Dear Bops. Oh, there's more Dear Bops? Okay. Okay, we'll go back. We'll go back to Dear Bops. Shit. What did I do? Okay. Dear Bot. Dear Bot, mozzarella sticks are on the Star Trek Discovery of deep fried cheese. Sure, it's in the family, and in a pinch, you can almost swallow some of the sticks. Cheese curds are like DS9, perfection. No, I'm sorry. You've gotten things terribly wrong. Okay, cheese curds are like Major Kira, and mozzarella sticks are like either of the Daxes. Dear Bob, mozzarella sticks are like the USS Enterprise NCC 1701. They should be hauled away It's garbage. You son of a bitch. Rock Solid, you son of a bitch. Why would you say these awful things to Dax? You want Dax to be hauled away as garbage? You are a sick man. Disturbingly sick man. Okay. Let's see. Okay, YouTube and uploaded could be liable for pirating users, court rules. Okay, well, if I'm not uploading that type of stuff, but I'm curious. Platforms such as YouTube and Uploaded is a platform, could be directly liable for the copyright infringing uploads of their users. The German Federal Court of Justice came to this conclusion based on advice from the EU's top court. Well, so what? Several liability lawsuits now be sent back to the lower court to decide whether damages are indeed warranted. YouTube users uploaded millions of hours of videos a week. As with any user-generated content site, this includes copyright infringing content. The file hosting platform Uploaded faces similar issues. While it can be used to store legal files, some people use it to share pirated content. This is a thorn in the side of several rights holders who argue that YouTube and Uploaded are liable for infringing activities in their users. In Germany, this resulted in several lawsuits against the two platforms. Hey, I got an idea. Why doesn't YouTube just close up shop in Germany? In fact, Google can close shop altogether. Goodbye. Bye-bye. See, that was your country, and this is your country without Google. Bye-bye, Germany. Bye-bye. Okay, we have laws to deal with this. Oh, if you don't want to have the same laws, then you don't have to have YouTube. And I would love for you guys to make a better replacement. Maybe I'll use it. So it's not like I'm being an ass, believe me. Fix it, and I'll be happy. But I do not want to see just another way for American companies to get taxed by European countries because of some bullshit scheme to call it pirated content. I mean, YouTube doesn't have pirated content any more than anyone, it could possibly be stopped. YouTube is up against pirated content. I don't know about places where, Uploaded, where people are actually copying old movies or something, but that's just ridiculous. The EU court weighed in. German courts was undecided as to whether YouTube and Uploaded could be held liable for pirating users. The Federal Court of Justice therefore requested guidance from the Court of Justice of the European Union. In particular, the court wanted to know if under what conditions online services make a communication public when it comes to pirated videos and files. Last summer, a top EU court ruled in principle, online services are not directly liable for pirating users. When a user shares files, online platforms don't automatically communicate. Gotcha. Platforms can be liable if they fail to take appropriate action. Okay. Anyway, something. You're going to tell me YouTube isn't taking appropriate action? I disbelieve you. Clarified. How the Queen Gerardi's collective from Star Trek Picard impacted the Borg we know. How do you mean? Former New York cop arrested outside U.S. Capitol with fake badge, BB gun, body armor, ammo, and high-capacity magazines. Jesus. Let's see. I know I shouldn't be looking at it. Ah, fuck. What is it? It's time for another Star Trek Picard update. This time it's a clarification on a major plot point from Season 2. Executive producer Terry Matalas is clearing something up regarding how the season fits in with what we know of the Borg. That might have been confusing fans. Borgati's offshoot. The final 2 episodes of Star Trek Picard Season 2 saw Anges Girardi become the Borg Queen, a Borg Queen. She initially merged with the Queen from the 25th century Confederation timeline, and then the two were given La Sirena back in 2024 to leave and form a new type of Borg collective based on cooperation and consent instead of domination and subjugation. When the crew returned to the 25th century, it was revealed this was the masked Queen who had taken over USS Stargazer at the beginning of the season. However, her intentions were good, and she was trying to get Starfleet to prevent a galactic disaster. This revelation of Borgati Queen in the Prime universe of the 25th century raises a big question. What exactly has she been up to since 2024? Did she, with the advanced tech of La Sirena, transform the Borg collective, effectively rewriting everything we know about the Borg from Star Trek history? According to Season 2 co-showrunner, the answer is no. Girardi's Borg were an offshoot of the Borg collective that stayed out of history's way. He revealed this in a Twitter reply to a fan who asked how Girardi's Borg impacted the Borg we know. He says they're an offshoot from an alternate timeline and have stayed out of history's way. Right, so, okay. I mean, I say this like I'm smacking myself in the face with the stupid stick. Like, why am I even reading? They are not the Borg. I'd imagine the real Borg are licking their wounds and still in the Delta Quadrant after Admiral Janeway poisoned them. Is that what she did? Okay, fine. Yeah, she's not coming back. Good, good, good. No, we don't call it the Bayside. The beach. Okay, that you keep. You call it the beach. Rock Solid says Ezri Dax, while great value of Dax, haul her fake ass away. Richie Poole says Ezri is awesome. They should have an 8th season of DS9 just so we have more Ezri action. Rock Solid says Ezri is the Ray of Star Trek. Ezri Dax is no better than Amber Heard. Kitty Bear says, good night, all. Good night, Kitty Bear. And Dan Ben says, what's the point of them or then? Of them or then? 2 different words. 2 different words. Anyway, guys, I think we've had it for today. I smell Mama Prey as cooking something, and I'm hungry. Sauteed spinach, garlic, pasta. Oh, yum, 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 yum. Well, I hope you all can eat something. Canarsie Grill. If you ever find yourself in the 1990s in Canarsie, Brooklyn, go ahead to Canarsie Grill. You might see me there. Or Mama Prey picking up dinner for everybody. If you see a little short 4'10" woman carrying more bags of food than you and you imagined the space station could use in 6 months, you'll know that's probably Mamo Prey. Qapla all, take care, Richie. Farewell to Columbus, Ohio. Birdo Prey 5, out. But wait, there's more. The video might be over, but there's more fun to be had. First, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have clicked that bell icon to get notifications of new videos in your YouTube feed. Share this video on social media to help this channel fight the algorithm that favors big media. Also check out www.birdoprey5.com for links to my other channels, various social media accounts, merch store, Dear Bop, affiliate links, and all your Birdo Prey 5 needs. At the main Birdo Prey 5 YouTube channel, you can find all sorts of live streams and unlisted videos, YouTube membership options, and a community section with polls and updates on the channel. On the secondary channel, Birdo Prey 5X, you can find overflow content that doesn't always make the main channel. Subscribe to both channels, please. Thanks for watching. Remember, I stream almost every day. This is Birdo Prey 5 saying goodbye, world. Until next time. P.S. Hail Sassy, hail Charlie, and of course, hail Kuroga.